We're at 500 finally, guys, 4-4, and we just want to start a chant: free OB, let him play.
Take notes.
Big Beach. We're here.
My man, Alex,
It's different this time.
what's up, guys?
Woo! Well, it wasn't pretty at times, but it was a victory, a much-needed victory, right? On the road against Philly, no Harden, no Embiid, but you know what? We gotta take wins when they come.
I do, however, find in the NBA that when teams are playing and their stars are out, I always find the rest of the team really steps up and play really well, and a lot of times they win without their stars because they want to show everyone else that, hey, we're not just about our stars, we can play too.
Yeah.
And so I definitely saw that happening in the beginning of the game. I thought, started the game very messy, very sloppy.
Yeah, sloppy.
I kind of stopped watching for a little bit. I was playing some music, and I was like, we look horrible. Like, we look messy. We look like they're just playing all over us. And then RJ started to play a little bit better. You saw. I don't want to even talk about it because I wasn't really watching it. So you watching
No,
it.
RJ was a little bit sloppy, but RJ, he had some nice moments tonight. I feel the past 4 games, RJ's been getting closer and closer to what we want to see. He was knocking down a jumper. He finished with 22, 9, and 2. That's good. That's solid. I feel RJ is not forcing as much. You know what I mean? So this is a step. This is a progression for RJ. We need to see more and more and more of this. But just to talk about the sloppiness.
We've had that. So, okay, so see what you
We
just said
have
there?
had that talk before.
See what you just said there? I've said it, you said it. We always talk about, oh, okay, we're seeing RJ get to that progression. And yeah, he's making 20 points, 22 points. But he's not consistent. Like, he made those 22 points, but there were points in the game where he played horribly and he just couldn't score a bucket. And then there were points, like, he gets hot and cold. And
Well, yeah,
to me,
yeah.
like, that happening throughout, especially throughout a game, I guess there's pluses and minuses of that, right? Because it means that if you started off the game bad, maybe you could finish off
He's
strong.
always bouncing back.
But like, we need to see more from him. We need to see more from him, and I wonder, has he reached the ceiling?
Oh, now, RJ, come on, he's 22. He didn't reach his ceiling at 22. This isn't the best RJ. I think the thing with RJ is that he's going to be a very slow development type of guy. It's going to be one of these developments where it's not going to happen at 22 just all of a sudden. But by 25, you'll really start to see him
So by
become
25,
that player.
he'll score 25 points a game?
But this is the thing. I don't think
Consistently?
RJ needs to score 25 points a game for him to be great. I think
Oh,
RJ
okay.
needs to know his limitations.
Okay.
All right. Tonight, for example, right, 22 points tonight, 9 boards, scored points when we needed it, when we needed a bit of a spark.
Mm-hmm.
That's fine for me. The RJ games that are bad is when he's shooting too much and he's having a bad game, but he keeps missing and taking bad shots. On RJ to be the type of guy who, the night he doesn't have it, he plays defense much better and he does other things for the team.
So take less shots, make the shots that he's putting in, so that way his percentage will be higher, right?
Well, I mean, we want that anyway.
And then assist more and defend more is what you're saying?
Pick up the slack if your shot's not falling. The shot's not going to fall every night, but you got to find a way to be effective. But just on the sloppiness, I wanted to touch on it. You brought it up. 22 turnovers. We had like 14 turnovers by the second quarter. Just unacceptable. We were not playing a full strength Philly team, so we got lucky. That's not going to fly, which is what we've seen in previous games. The vibes around the team haven't been that great heading into this one, so I'm glad we got this win. But we got to talk about the man of the night, but there's 2 players, Cam Reddish, who we'll get to. But
And
OB
Toppin.
Toppin.
So here's the thing with OB Toppin. The thing is, we spoke about this in the last video we did. He was picked. He was our 8th pick, right? He's supposed to be playing. He's supposed to be in the starting lineup. He's not. He's supposed to be playing more minutes. He's not. Randall is still there. Now, Tibbs did something interesting tonight where he he mixed up some of the lineups, and so that was good to see. I think a lot of the fans wanted to see OB and Randall play together, which is cool. But to me, I feel like we just need to give OB more minutes and decide who is going to be on the team. I don't think that OB and Randall are supposed to be on the team together.
They're not.
It's
They're
one
not.
or the other. Decide who it's going to be. I feel that we're keeping OB back. I feel like if OB has the potential to actually be a star,
Yep.
right? Maybe not a superstar, but a star, because he definitely has that personality. If he has that potential to be that person, we're never going to see it because we're not even allowing him to play enough minutes to let him develop, to allow him to be in the starting lineup, and to allow him to play the game and see how well he can play. How many years has he been playing with us now?
Yeah.
Are we in the 3rd year?
But so this is the thing with Obi, right? You're right, 100%. Obi Toppin needs to flourish, right? At least we see tonight a wrinkle in how this could work. Tibbs uses 11 guys tonight. That's very rare for Tibbs. But I feel like there are two glaring parts of this rotation. It's Julius Randle and Evan Fournier, two players I feel we don't really need on the team. We'll see what happens with that as time goes on. But at least in the interim tonight, Mitch goes down, he's injured. Hartenstein has to play extended minutes. Jericho Sims comes on. And I actually thought he defended a couple possessions well, but they scored anyway. So you end up going small ball, right? You see Randall and Obi out there. And Cam Reddish. Cam Reddish was huge tonight. He is just such a natural baller.
Natural ball player,
When he's on the court, it just feels like, look, sometimes it doesn't look that pretty, right? Sometimes it's not working. You can see he looks a little bit wild out there. But when it's working, it's easy. He's getting to the rim. He's dunking. He's playing excellent defense. Tyrese Maxey was killing us all game long, as he does so often.
Until Cam
came in.
him,
4 points in the fourth quarter for Maxey. Cam, his length, he bothered him. He was playing the passing lanes. He was finishing. He had that night pass after he made the great deflection, then passed it off to Obi for the dunk. I'm really happy with Cam Reddish. People thought he wouldn't be in the rotation, but he's forcing his way in there, and you need Cam Reddish on the court.
He had 11 points, and we just have to also make sure we mention, just back to Obi really quick, it was his season high.
Yeah, 17.
17 points.
Yeah.
Cam, yes, I told you, I think he's a natural ball player. I think that he just knows how to play basketball.
Yep.
Very naturally, and you see it in his play. Fluid. Very fluid on the court. Doesn't seem like he needs much coaching.
That's the thing. He just gotta, he needs more experience. But
yeah.
I'm liking he's fitting in his role, and he's getting stuff done. He's not perfect every time, but you can't tell me he's not one of the 10 best players, at least in terms of lineups on this team.
Right.
Last guy, just a shout out tonight, Jalen Brunson. Again, kind of like doing his thing, under the radar, but fourth quarter, he got some big buckets.
Yes.
He's tough. He plays hard. You can trust him. But 23, 7 assists, 6 boards tonight. I just love this guy. A lot of talk in the past few days about, man, the Knicks lineup, they don't have a star. We should have done this. We should have done that. Regardless of what happened, the Jalen Brunson signing and who he is and who I feel he's going to be for us,
it's a
very
good
solid
signing for us.
Yep.
Solid signing for us. And then, with Tibbs, obviously there's a lot of chatter about, do we need to fire the coach? What needs to happen with the team? And I'm wondering, what's the direction of this team right now? Because you're right. We do not have a star.
Right.
Not even one. We need 2 stars.
At least.
What's the plan?
I think.
What is the plan for this team? Are we looking to trade? I mean, we have some picks, right? Are we looking to get a new coach? We need to see very soon. What is the direction? Because we can't just stay in this limbo kind of.
That's where
we are right now.
We're in limbo.
Because other teams have stars and other teams are making it to the playoffs and are getting better and improving their teams and becoming more solid, and we are not really doing that. We have a couple good players on the team, yes, and we got Brunson, that's great. I mean we like all the guys on the team, but none of them are stars.
Yep.
There's not one person on our team. I mean, it could be Obi, I don't know. We don't know. But we don't have a legit star on our team. So I want to know what is the plan for that. As far as Tibbs, I said something to you earlier, so I wanted to talk about that quickly, which is that I feel like Tibbs was the coach for the preteens, right?
Right.
If you think of a young boy growing up, right? Tibbs was that strong, hard-ass, father figure who's very strict and the preteen respects him. And then the preteen gets a little older and they're like, oh, I'm becoming a man now. I need the next level person. So I do think, with especially us losing these games, I mean, we won tonight, but if we continue on this losing streak, I think Knicks fans are going to start asking about us getting a new coach. Who do you guys want to see here as the new head coach?
I think if we lost tonight, the noise would have been pretty big. I agree as well. This has been a thing with Tibbs. He's this kind of hard ass, and you can't be a hard ass on someone forever. It's eventually they start tuning you out. I don't necessarily know if they're at that point, and it's too early in the season to make that to make those proclamations yet. But what I will say is tonight we saw from Tibbs some kind of step. He was playing different rotations. He experimented a little bit. It's something we've been asking for from Tibbs. He changed the lineup to start, got Quentin Grimes right back in there, helped our perimeter defense. I think Philly shot 38% tonight. So we defended pretty well, right? Like I said, they're missing their stars, but still good defense tonight. So it was really great to see, you know, those new things, and I want to see this continue. Tibbs, you know, he was maybe forced into playing Obi and Randall tonight because Mitch was injured. He needs to make that decision without Mitch being injured, and he needs to allow the guys like Obi and Quickly, not so much tonight. Quickly didn't go crazy tonight, but he's been playing really well recently. Let them earn their minutes. If these guys are showing it on the court, can't let Randall just go out there losing the ball, playing poorly, extended minutes, and not letting Obi shine. Obi's been taking advantage of his minutes every single game this season. He's showing he deserves to be out there.
And what I'm afraid is going to happen if for Obi is that if we don't give him those minutes, he might go elsewhere looking for them.
Ask for a trade.
Because I mean, he wants to play, right? He didn't play as hard as he did to get into the NBA to only play. What did he? Oh, he played. So he played 20 minutes tonight,
which is good. He rarely gets 20 minutes.
He played 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Scored 17 points. Randall played 36 minutes. Scored 17 points. So we got to figure that out. We got to figure it out.
But at least for tonight, we got a dub and hit our clutch free throws. Shout out to Randall and RJ for hitting those clutch free throws. When they said, as soon as I saw Brunson 7 for 7, I'm like, yeah, the basketball gods are gonna make him miss today. But it worked out in the end. We get a win, 4-4 next game tomorrow night, Boston. Yeah, we'll see. I'm not expecting a ton there, but I'm glad we got this win. You know, last couple losses left a kind of bad taste in our mouths as Knicks fans. So this was good. We should win this game, but now let's start winning games that we shouldn't win, hopefully.
There you go.
Let's see. We see. But let's get this star. We got to figure out this star thing. Peace, y'all.
Peace out.